Former teammates Pierre and Yuki Tsunoda were involved in a dramatic incident at the Monaco Grand Prix, and after the race, neither of them was willing to take the blame. The crash happened at the Nouvelle Chicane, where Gasly, driving for Alpine, was chasing Tsunoda's RB21. As he went for an overtake, he collided with the back of Tsunoda's car, damaging the front left of his own and forcing an early retirement. Gasly managed to get his car back to the pits, but it was race over. The stewards reviewed the footage and concluded that the Frenchman was mostly at fault, calling his attempt ambitious and unlikely to succeed. He received a reprimand. Gasly later explained that Tsunoda had made a mistake just before the tunnel, which allowed him to close the gap. According to him, Tsunoda had been braking on the right, on the racing line, every lap. But this time, Tsunoda suddenly moved left before braking, then shifted back onto the racing line, while Gasly was already committed to a move. Gasly said he simply had nowhere to go, and expected Tsunoda to leave some space in that situation. He also questioned the idea that the crash was due to dirty air or bad luck, and instead insisted that drivers at Monaco must stick to their line, because there's simply not enough room for two cars side by side. As for being called an idiot on team radio by Tsunoda, Gasly dismissed it as heat-of-the-moment frustration, but pointed out that on most circuits, drivers don't move once they've started braking. He believes Tsunoda's late movement across the white line was not a good move. Tsunoda, when asked about the crash, strongly disagreed. He said he didn't believe he'd done anything wrong and would react the same way if it happened again. In his view, he was already as close to the wall as possible and wasn't changing lines under braking. He described the crash as a mystery from his perspective, maintaining that he made no sudden moves and simply saw Gasly crash into him. Ultimately, Tsunoda went on to finish 17th, well out of the points. Looking at the replay, it seems like Gasly took a bit of a gamble. Overtaking at Monaco is notoriously difficult, and while he saw an opening, it may not have been a realistic opportunity to pass. Tsunoda, on the other hand, might not have technically broken any rules, but his line choice left little margin for safety, especially with a car breathing down his neck. So, what do you think? Was Gasly too aggressive, or was Tsunoda being overly defensive? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. And if you enjoyed this race breakdown, don't forget to like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell so you don't miss future F1 analysis.